Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the City of Sunbury Council meeting. It's July 1st, 2026, 7:30 p.m. Would you please join me in a moment of silent prayer and the Pledge of Allegiance? Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Mayor St. John.
Here.
Mr. Capel.
Here.
Mrs. Cooper. Here. Mrs. Crawford. Here. Mr. Ghost.
Here.
Mr. Downey.
Here.
Mark Long is absent. 6 present. We have quorum.
Thank you. First item on the agenda is a public hearing related to the designated outdoor refreshment area. And we do not have a stenographer this evening, but the applicant is City Manager, Mr. Daryl Hennessy. And he'll also provide some context related to the DORA that many of us are fully aware of. And then we will open it up to public comment. With that said, do we want to hand it to Mr. Hennessy?
I was gonna say, wait, so we do have some exhibits to enter in, and of course, we'll need to swear in.
Yes, we'll hand it to Mr. Bream to enter in those exhibits.
So we do have the notice of public hearing that we can mark as exhibit A. Then the application that was filed with council by your city manager to start the process as exhibit B.
Yep.
We'll mark those as exhibits for identification purposes.
So you folks,
Sure. If you think that you'll testify tonight, it doesn't require you to testify, but if you think you might, stand and raise your right hand, please. And repeat after me. I hereby swear or affirm that the testimony I'm about to give will be the whole truth to the best of my knowledge.
I will.
Yeah, I do. Thank you.
Right.
Great.
Mr. Hennessy, the floor is yours.
Yeah, so we talked a lot about the DORA at the last meeting, so I won't go back through that unless you'd like me to. But what I did want to call out for the purposes of the public hearing is the feedback that I received at the last meeting. Appreciate that regarding the days and hours of operation. So as a result of that, I did the application as proposed, does make an adjustment to the days of the days that the DORA and the hours that the DORA would be in effect. Certainly had a good comment raised with respect to want to make sure there's consistency in terms of how it's administered, but also how it's enforced, and clarity for both the participants as well as the businesses. So it now does it shows a 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. 7 days a week for the hours of operation. I did get a chance to run this by the deputy chief as well, and he said that they will provide the support they need to make this work. So I think we're good there. And then the other thing I want to note is, as a result of that, we talked about blacking out 2 additional dates. So that change has been made in the document as well. So Memorial Day Market and Labor Day Market have been added to the list, in addition to Christmas on the Square, Independence Day, Sunbury Sizzle and Sound. So those are your blackout dates. Other than that, the document is the same. I am working with the chamber on maybe a slight modification to the image. So if we're going to make an adjustment to that, I'll make sure that we have that in the packet for the next meeting. But I think that's where we are. Unless there are any questions, that's what I wanted to update you on.
Thank you. We're going to go to public comment, then we'll come back to council comments, questions. Would anybody like to speak related to the DORA? Not required to. Been sworn in, sir? All right, good deal. Could you come up, state your name, address, social security number? Thank you, sir.
Name's Jason Horby, District 13. I want to approach.
3 minutes, by the way. Sorry.
I just wanted to approach and tell you guys from me and Jill, because we've been communicating. Thank you very much for the extended hours. That'll help us bring consistency to what we do, and there should be just no question. I think that helps us out a tremendous amount. I wanted to thank you guys. One of the things Jill wanted me to pass along was, is there anything that would prevent us from voting it at the next meeting? Is there anything that we're just trying to salvage summer? She's saying that we would just like to optimize the rest of the summer if we could. Is there anything stopping us from doing that?
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Would anybody else like to speak with the city council? All right, comments, questions, for staff or discussion? This is an item on our agenda. It's first reading. Ordinance number 2026.20.
Assuming you cannot ride around on an e-bike with a beer in your hand, is that true?
That's permitted.
Within the boundary.
Not permitted.
Okay,
And the motor's not on.
just want to mix the two problems here.
Still in a public hearing, folks. We're gonna go ahead, close the public hearing. Thank you. All right, next item on the agenda, minutes, June 17th, 2026, regular minutes.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve by Mr. Capel,
Second?
second by Mr. Grumney. Discussion, roll call.
Mr. Capel?
Yes.
Mr. Grumney?
Yes.
Mayor St. John?
Yes.
Mrs. Cooper? Yes. Mrs. Crawford? Yes. Mr. Ghost?
Yes.
6 yeas, motion approved.
Make a motion on June 25th, 2026, special meeting minutes.
I'll second.
Second by Mrs. Cooper. Discussion. Roll call.
Mayor St. John?
Yes.
Mrs. Cooper? Yes. Mr. Capel?
Yes.
Mrs. Crawford? Abstain. Mr. Ghost?
Yes.
Mr. Grumney? 5 yeas, motion approved.
All right, we are on to the visitor section. Are there any visitors that would like to speak with city council? All right, committee reports, Mr. Grumney.
I do not.
Mr. Capel.
Yes, we had our services committee meeting prior to this. We started off talking about e-bikes legislation that basically follow up from last month. Encourage anybody interested in this to watch the services committee meeting because there was a lot of detail there. But basically, Mr. Stanner presented some updates to the legislation from last services committee meeting, including some proposals for how to adjust going forward. We're still expecting some more adjustments, but the legislation I do believe is on the council agenda for this evening for first reading. Is it, or am I wrong? No, not on the agenda. Then we talked about the realignment of the Cheshire Road and potential shutdowns coming at Cheshire where we approved the new Cheshire signal for purchase 2 weeks ago at the last meeting at Kintner. So we are looking at potential closure of July 13th to August 11th and public outreach to accompany that closure so that work could be done potentially before school starts in August. That work is currently scheduled, barring weather or any other sort of catastrophe, for a significant completion by December 15th. Then we had really good news. Some pavement repair was done on Golf Course Road by Millstone. Anybody that's in the Rolling Hills or Price Ponds development appreciates the patching to the road that was done out there where it was kind of falling off. The special note was that was done in-house by our own services team with very little outside support. So big congratulations to that team. It's nice to see work like that done in-house. We're waiting on a schedule for 2026 street improvements from Decker. We are prioritizing the traffic calming painting that's to be done on North Miller Drive, ideally prior to school starting as well. Then some updates on J.R. Smith and wastewater treatment plant. And then finally, Columbus Street corridor study. This came up, we had talked about it previously as part of our streetscapes program. The proposal deadline has passed. So they're going to be coming back to us with potential selection for that work to be done as well. That's all I've got.
Excellent. Thank you, Mr. Capel. Action-packed meeting. Mrs. Cooper.
Yes, we had a Parks and Rec committee meeting earlier and we found out some good news as well. So you may remember last time I mentioned that we got some additional funding from the state that we weren't expecting. Well, we also got additional funding from ODNR that we weren't expecting. So that came to about $350,000 extra monies. So we talked about what we might do with that. We're with the money from the state, we are looking at having a sidewalk on the south side of Cherry Street from J.R. Smith to Otis. And then we are discussing things like more shade structures, potentially maybe more playground equipment, possibly more water, like a water fountain. Maybe we're definitely looking into security, signage, an entrance feature, lots of stuff that we're we're throwing around and looking at. We're looking at what was taken out of our original plan and what we can put back in. So some plants and shade strip, you know, just it's really cool. We're having some fun with it. And then we talked about 4th of July, the parade and fireworks, nothing new there, same parade routes, fireworks, all the festivities are going to start at 6 p.m. I believe last year it might have started at 4. So this year it's starting at 6. That's a new change. We looked at new signage for the city of Sunbury. This is something we've been talking about for over a year now. We've kind of mentioned it here and there that Daryl was looking at getting new signs for the city of Sunbury. So the new signs we're looking at would be for our parks and for municipal buildings and Sunbury owned buildings, not just the town hall municipal building, but potentially our services department, wastewater treatment and stuff like that. And entry signs into the city of Sunbury. So I want to say your mom says what, 6, 7 signs.
She says 6, 7.
No, she's with the time, so she's not saying that anymore. But she had said there was like 6 or 7 signs, entry signs into
I think that's what my mom says.
Yeah.
She knows.
we fact checked with Becky Jack. And so we're not looking at doing that many of these entry ones because they are big and hefty and have bricks on the side and they look beautiful. And then they showed us some other signs and I can show you later if you're interested or Daryl can send them to you. But we looked at different signage for the parks as well. And they look real sharp. And so we're excited to move that forward. And then we got a monthly tree and park update. The main sort of topic was Old Orchard Park. The city arborist has really identified a lot of invasive species over at Old Orchard Park, not the trees, but what's growing around them. And so he's going to be coming in a couple of meetings and giving us a presentation on what he sees that park really moving into, because he sees it as a potentially more active park. So he's might be pitching like some apple trees up front with John Ganther seed. And so he's got some ideas that he's going to be bringing to the park. So overall, a really exciting parks meeting. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ms. Crawford? Yours, quick zoning update. There are primarily 2 issues. Both had public hearings. One was for 37 East Granville Street. So this is Kelly and Brad Hall's building, the one that the building collapsed. They are proposing a 2-story building. It would house at least 2 business suites, if not 3, and I believe 2 apartments. Is that correct? Mm-hmm. So there was a conditional use to allow the kind of the dual use, including the commercial building and apartments. And then there was also the site plan. Is that what it was? Major site plan that both were passed. There is a variance request that's going to the BZA. It has to do with square footage of the apartments. I think it's below our minimum, but it seemed right size for the space and square. And there is one other, it's going to be coming to council. There were a couple of dependencies that we had. We're still going to look at a lighting plan, I think, was omitted at the time. Right now our code requires asphalt, but that may cause additional stormwater issues. So we're looking at some of those. At least one resident spoke about the project and just things that we should be aware of. So that will be coming forward next month. But overall, I think it's going to add a lot of enhancement to the square. I mean, it's a beautiful building. One thing in terms of like the prominence of it is it's 2 stories, but I think the first floor is 11 foot ceilings and the second is 10, or it's either 10 or 9. I mean, it's going to be a pretty prominent looking building. It's got what I would call like an upscale Federalist look to it. All natural materials, a lot of windows on the large sides of the building. Looks very tasteful. Good. So looking forward to your feedback as well. The other item that was on the agenda was the planned commercial district rezoning. This is a parcel that's already zoned. It's the old Northgate parcel just south of the outlet mall. The Ohio Health site was not part of this rezoning. There's only 4 members at the zoning commission meeting. So there were a lot of questions about divergences. And the reason I'm even getting into this is you think of like our planned commercial district is at some point probably going to get revamped, or we're going to create a new code to kind of meet our comprehensive plan and the Sunbury Parkway district plan. The intent was to like put the plan out and then build these zoning codes. It's taking a little bit longer than we anticipated. So this particular developer is bringing something forward, trying to fit it into our planned commercial district and meet the vision of the comprehensive plan. They've met the vision of the comprehensive plan and it doesn't really match up with our code. And so all I'm saying is this: I think there's 16, 17 divergences, but all of those divergences are because our comprehensive plan says for them to do it. So I think it's more of an us issue than it is, a timing issue. And I have no doubt that it's going to work itself through, especially as we have a full quorum next month. That's it.
So they're coming back next month.
Yes. Yeah, we tabled it until next month. And it may take a couple readings, but one thing I think you're really going to be impressed with is the streetscapes, the signage, the architectural standards. It's really going to set kind of the brand as you enter the city of Sunbury from the park, from the outlet mall. And you'll be able to tell a difference when you go from Berkshire Township to Sunbury, and when you get off the interstate and when you get into Sunbury, you'll be able to feel that.
Those new signs we were talking about.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Next item on the agenda is city manager report. Mr. Hennessy.
All right, so update, the next special city council meeting on data centers. Ask if you could please hold the date of August 27th, 2026 at 6:30 p.m. So this again is the last Thursday of the month. So planning is underway to bring a next set of topics to this meeting. The ones that we're working on are, and not all of these will be on the agenda, but noise, land use / zoning, economic development, and maybe some sort of history and different types of data centers, a little more explanation about what the different types of centers are and why they, and the variation, I guess, in terms of their needs, in terms of resources and whatnot. So I have not confirmed the location yet. That's the reason that date is still tentative, but if you'd hold it, I'd appreciate it. Just want a little shout out to the America 250 group and the work that Alyssa has been helping to coordinate. We talked about a time capsule, I think at one of our earlier meetings here. And so Snyder Funeral Homes has donated a time capsule, or what we'll be using as a time capsule, basically a concrete vault. So that is still progressing nicely and
Cool.
Have something to bury before the end of the year. So yes. Eastern Delaware County Joint Recreation District met earlier this week in Galena. Thank you to Galena for hosting that meeting. There are two topics that they're working on at the moment. One is additional an update or some ongoing planning regarding the programming and the size of the facility. And the second one is to begin to identify site selection criteria. So one thing that we feel like we need to know is to be able to answer the question, where will the community center be located before we go to the voters? And so this is just the first step in helping to prioritize and identify the best locations possible. What I will say, factors such as utility availability, land ownership, proximity to community partners, the market potential, which was done as part of the first phase, access to vehicular and pedestrian access, and other factors like that are in the formula. So they identified the selection criteria, they gave some weight to it, and now they've asked the consultant to go back and apply that those factors to a few parcels to see if we can't begin to narrow down what the potential might be. So there's still a lot of work to be done on that front, but it's an important step. Yeah.
So I watched the meeting, but I only got I got about 45 minutes in, so I didn't quite see. I know your next meeting is scheduled on the 30th. Will that be the meeting that will you be going into executive session for that majority of the meeting? Is that when you intend to talk about?
Yeah, I need to talk through this with legal counsel, make sure that and Bricker Graydon provides legal support. Because what they want to do is talk about individual parcels, and we want to just make sure we don't create an unfair or a competitive disadvantage, in terms of the site identification. Again, all of this, the land that might be identified, some of it may not even be on the market. Again, some of it might be owned by a private party that could be a potential partner. Some of it could, whatever. I mean, there could be a variety of reasons. And so I'd need to just walk through with her how we do that in a way, again, that we don't tip our hand in terms of what parcel might be prioritized so that, we can get a competitive price on it.
Okay.
So and Pizzuti Solutions will help us through that as well in terms of, they may be able to hold an option on the land until we go to the ballot so that there's a cost, but not a significant cost, that type of thing. So yeah, there's still a lot.
That's the next step for the JRD.
that is the next step for the JRD.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
We did talk a little bit about the golf course road pavement improvements. I just want to say, how proud I am of the team for the work that they did here. We're pushing them to do more and more things than they've ever done in the past. Jake is training up his team to be able to do this kind of stuff. We appreciate that. But it also wouldn't be possible if we didn't have the equipment and support and staffing that council has provided to the services team. So thank you so much for that. We do appreciate it. On the personnel front, from the police department perspective, we did lose an officer, Officer Malter. Just want to note that he and his family have moved up north. That is unfortunately a big loss for us. We were happy to have him on the force, but we'll begin the process of identifying a new officer to fill that role. And the chief has been out for a medical reason. You may not have heard much from him lately, but we do expect him back on Monday. So in the meantime, reach out to the deputy or me if you've got questions or needs. So. Also on the public safety front, we talked a little bit about the bulletproof vests and the grant that we received for that, about $24,000 total cost, $18,000 of that in the form of a grant that we received. I think this team was being fitted for those vests here, if not this week. Yeah, today. So yeah, a good example of, again, how we're, finding some other resources to help us pay for these types of expenses. It's expensive to run a police department, but it's be expensive if we didn't protect our police officers as well. So appreciate what they're doing there. And then I did want to note that the police department was involved in a road closure on Cherry Street, Cheshire Road. You may know they did pull down an electric line over there, created quite a stir for the team and the service team. I don't know if you want to just share, but appreciate what they did.
Big shout out to the street department. They did a great job getting in action and helping with road closures and a bunch of unknowns in that one on the major artery.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Sean, did the department respond to the Frank's Red Hot truck that tipped over? The fire department posted about it on Facebook that they were called out to 71 and 30. Have you guys seen that?
Yeah.
And that there was a semi truck that was leaking something, and when the fire department went out there, it was Frank's Red Hot. Don't put that stuff on anything.
The meetings out there right now, they do put that on everything.
Yeah. Did the police department get put out? You guys didn't get the call? That would have been a fun one.
We're gonna have fun with it. We're just gonna have fun with it.
That's it, unless anybody has any questions.
Questions? We're on to resolutions. Resolution number 2026.17, a resolution approving construction administration inspection services with DLZ relating to the 2026 street improvement program. Motion on the resolution. Got a motion by Mr. Capel. Second by Mr. Grumney. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Capel?
Yes.
Mr. Grumney?
Yes.
Mayor St. John?
Yes.
Mrs. Cooper?
Yes.
Mrs. Crawford?
Yes.
Mr. Ghost?
Yes.
6 yeas, motion approved.
Resolution number 2026.18, a resolution approving regulated materials review investigation with American Structure Point relating to the State Route 37 road widening project.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Mrs. Cooper. Second by Mr. Capel. Discussion. Roll call.
Mrs. Cooper?
Yes.
Mr. Capel?
Yes.
Mayor St. John?
Yes.
Mrs. Crawford?
Yes.
Mr. Ghost?
Yes.
Mr. Grumney?
Yes.
6 yeas, motion approved.
A second reading, resolution number 2026.19, a resolution approving O.R. Cullen Associates to provide right-of-way services relating to the State Route 37 road widening project. First reading, none. Ordinances. Third reading, none. Second reading, ordinance number 2026.11, an ordinance providing consent to the Ohio Department of Transportation to remove snow and ice and use snow and ice control material on state highways in the city of Sunbury. To enter into an agreement with the State of Ohio Department of Transportation for snow and ice removal. to perform certain maintenance and or repair on state highways in the city, and to authorize the city to enter into an agreement with the State of Ohio Department of Transportation for certain maintenance and or repair. Ordinance number 2026.17, an ordinance authorizing an agreement with Verdantis for engineering services. Ordinance number 2026.19, still second reading, an ordinance approving the major commercial and industrial site plan application of Local Provision LLC for new construction of mixed-use commercial buildings on parcel 417-412-02001004 located in Sunbury, Ohio. First reading ordinance number 2026.20, an ordinance establishing a designated outdoor refreshment area within the city of Sunbury, Ohio pursuant to Ohio Revised Code section 4301.82. Just a couple questions were raised in the public hearing related to this, and I'll just state this. This is not a dialogue, Mr. Holderby. I just want to let you know how this goes, because I know you want to step back. All right. So I'm just telling you, I hear what you're saying. There's a lot of emphasis on due process right now. I want to tell you, we took a major step in terms of extending the hours and supporting the hours and the days. I understand every day and every dollar counts. I'm very cognizant of that. But this council has made taken a pretty strong stance on trying to let the reading process go through to allow the public to weigh in if there are any dissenters. I would say the one thing I would consider, if there is nobody here at this next meeting that is speaking out against this, I would definitely consider it personally. And I want you to know that's where my stance is. But
you can't, because the law says you have to wait 30 days after the date of the initial publication, not sooner than 30. So your next council meeting is within the prohibited period. So even if you wanted to, you can't.
okay.
Okay, good to know.
I still care about you as a human, and
We consider it.
wanted you to know all that. And we're listening. Okay, last thing, new and unfinished business. I wanted, did I miss one? No, we're good. New and unfinished business. I want to say, I don't know. I'm going to say it all weekend, but thank you so much to staff. Alyssa, I know with you in America 250, Daryl, your coordination with the parade, the fireworks, all of the above and beyond things to help coordinate a safe event. The entire police department, the staff who, volunteers their time and supports our volunteer organizations. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. It means so much to our community, and this is honestly my favorite holiday, and it really shouldn't. It probably should go Easter, then Christmas, then this, but 4th of July is my favorite holiday. And it's just a really special place to be. And I love seeing all the faces, the kids and everything. I also want to give just a huge shout out to the Civic Association, specifically Cindy Ernst, who just puts her heart and soul into this thing. She texted me just a little bit ago and said there's 114 float applicants. This is a new record. I remember that year after COVID, I think we had 100.
Over 100, yeah.
We had over 100. We had the Olentangy band and stuff. But these are 114 homegrown floats. This might be a 2-hour parade, 2 or 3. I don't know. But bring your misters and your icicles.
Yes.
Popsicles. And stay safe, stay hydrated this week, and be safe.
Don't shoot off any fireworks at the
Don't say
school.
that. That's
At the middle school.
oh, at the middle
At
school.
the
That is
middle
true. That is true. Yeah. It's America's 250th year. And I'll tell you, this experiment of the United States is still playing out, and I think it's still obviously the most prosperous place, and we have the best odds of winning anywhere. And I just mean winning in life, being the prosperity that we're afforded here in the United States. So I'm very thankful that we honor, America's heritage. And with that said, last thing, Alyssa, I don't know if you're involved in this, but there is going to be a Declaration of Independence reading at the Myers Inn on July 8th at 5:45 p.m. This is going to be done across all the states and many municipalities and special places. So 5:45, July 8th, Declaration of Independence.
Yes, there will be cake cutting as well.
Oh.
America 250 booth will be there as well.
Yes.
Very believe.
I think I hit on everything. Okay. Yeah, Mr. Hanson.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so Mayor, I just wanted to make a comment to the council. I wanted to take this opportunity to correct the record with respect to the data center meeting that happened last week. So the mayor mentioned that that both speakers appeared without compensation. I want you to know that that is not the case, that the electric expert did appear and was compensated to appear for that. The mayor did not know that. That was my decision. And I should have communicated that. So I do apologize to the council and I apologize to the mayor for that as well. But what I want to let you know is that the reason for that, what I'm finding is that as we're looking for experts on these technical issues, and one of the things I've been charged with is trying to find somebody who's quote independent of the city. What I'm finding is that as I reach out to these individuals in order to get the expertise that we need to get in front of you, there has been a requirement to get some form of compensation. So I just want to let you know that. So that with respect to the energy speaker, he was compensated. Noise is another one where I think that may be the case. And air emissions, again, the highly technical ones seem to be the ones that are the biggest challenge. But my commitment to you also is this, that if that is the case in the future, I will let you know in advance. I will let the community know in advance as well. So.
Thank you very much, Mr. Henderson.
I just like to say, I appreciate you letting us know, Daryl, but I would also like to say, for everyone, that is not an unusual thing at all for speakers to be paid for their expertise. Any business you work in, if you're looking for a non-biased view on something and they have the expertise on it, they get paid for that, unless maybe they work for the public figure. But if you're in the private sector and you have expertise, you're going to get paid for that time. They're not going to give that to you for free. So I think that's to be expected. I'd be very surprised if that wasn't the case. So I appreciate you telling us, but that doesn't come as a surprise that there'd be a fee associated with that.
Great, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Any other comments, questions? All right, you are unfinished business. Mr. Capel.
Well, I was just gonna say, the other day I attended the Delaware County Housing Alliance. I don't know if maybe Alex attended that. He sometimes goes to that. And they always have lots of speakers, and aging in place was one. And it was just a reminder of how well Delaware County works together. And we see that in our safety services, but we also see that in our nonprofits. And I just wanted to shout out to them and just everyone that's working collaboratively in Delaware County.
For sure. Good call out. Mrs. Crawford?
And nothing.
Mr. Ghost? No, sir. All right, next meeting is in 14 days. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, last thing. Shout out to Liam St. John. It's his 14th birthday.
Birthday.
We're gonna celebrate. All right, with that said, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second by Mr. Capel. Discussion? Roll call.
Mayor St. John.
Yes.
Mr. Capel.
Yes.
Mrs. Cooper.
Yes.
Mrs. Crawford. Yes.